All right, well, Dust2, Sam. Here we go. Straight into the action.
Yeah, this is somewhat unexpected, but looking forward to it. I like kind of seeing some new shenanigans from time to time. So we're going to start off with a lot of early damage onto Heat, but it doesn't seem to be slowing them down.
Not yet. We'll have to wait and see. Boost over towards the A site is going to be coming through. This one going to be able to start on the CT side. They need every kind of benefit they can. And up against Heat is going to be a huge struggle. Nothing really too much has happened yet. A little bit of a slower gameplay. Could have gone a little bit faster, but if we have a look at the utility on the side of Heat, it's an obvious execution over. Oh, that headshot onto Snatchie is going to be absolutely brutal as they push up. You can just see they're trying to extend the position so they can do a nice execution and save the most amount of time they can. They're going to be pushing up. He's going to get taken down. Body's going to be the first one with a kill. Flash is going to be coming out as well. Execution is working out nicely. The sprays and smoke, but nothing's there. You're going to have to reload as they're actually crossing. Body on site. Bomb is going to be going down. Nice little default position. And there's not really too much here to write home about. A retake has to come through. They haven't got a kit, and I don't think Jed had one either, so there's no kit at all. So all retake has to happen very fast. There's going to be one T full and straight away, but Body with a nice trade-off. It's not a situation you want to be going straight into the first round. Nice dominant execution by this team, but player's going to be able to take down Body. Oh, Jocko. Takes down Goofy, and unfortunately for him, going to be losing his head. Snatchie, SZPERO. Going to be looking to see if they can bring this out. It's a 2v2. Jumping shots could be a thing of the past, but it's not going to happen. Off from the distance. Afro, he has the P250. He's denied it. No kits equals no clutch.
Good start here for Heat. Getting themselves that first round. Okay, Wisla get quite a few kills out of it. They make it very close, but the big thing for me was there's this massive flash that comes out, and 4 of Heat's players get blinded as they're trying to make their way across, but there's this huge smoke in the way, so even though the flash has gone through, like, you don't actually want to push it, and it gives so much space, and so Heat are able to quickly overrun the site, get the bomb down, and at that point, yeah, like I said, Wisla get a couple of kills, but not able to quite clutch it out.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be possible, but thankfully they you know what, he just had it all planned. They wasted some time, they got some extra kills, they tried staying alive, but at the end of the day they had Afro in a perfect position with the P250 to be able to deliver the damage. That's exactly the reason why they're able to win. Oh, Snatchy though with the first kill. That's going to be Afro falling. He's not going to be able to clutch it out this time around. He's going to have to watch out here. Jocko is going to be right next to him, down in towards that mid position, right next to Xbox. Molotov as well. Deny any close proximity. That swing from Body. We couldn't even probably see it because of the zoom in, but he really did Ferrari around that corner, get the kill. But Sobel with a nice headshot. Not only Wisla actually looking fairly decent. They've got 2 kills so far. Trying to even up the board, but these weapons on the side of Heat are just going to be such a boon to that position. But Jed, he's going to get killed on Body. That's almost through the smoke. I'm a bit annoyed we didn't get to see that. Hopefully it's in the replay, but Goofy coming in from long, he's going to get taken down, and now this is the opening frag. If he stayed alive and held on to that position, it would mean that SZPERO didn't have to rotate down over towards long and give up the site. He's going to be falling back, trying to hit these headshots as they cross. Missed the first couple of shots, going to be able to do a little bit more damage, but unfortunately doesn't quite get the takedown. Loses his life. Jocko turns around, gets another frag as well, but he has to reload the push. From the CT is going to be coming through, but the frag does not. This is going to be a potential clutch situation here. No kit on hand for Sobel, but he has the opportunity. He takes down one. It's going to be a 1v1 situation, but the Glocks are coming through. They don't get it. Sobel with the clutch, and you know what? He's got an AK for his trouble. What a fantastic round for this team.
That was nasty. I mean, we talk about those, like, heart racing rounds. That was one of them for me. I can't believe he comes out on top of that one, particularly because he's in like a 1v2, and he's able to somehow first and foremost isolate those duels so that he's taking them one at a time, and then second of all, he just wins them. I was talking about how Sobol and Snatchie have been, you know, really good pickup for this team, really pulling their weight, and well, it's a perfect example of it. And just like that, the scoreline's already evened out, but it definitely favors Wisla economically. They're going to be buying into an AWP here, a couple of rifles and Heat. Just a few, well, one Deagle, in fact. And it's gone.
As we say, one Deagle to rule them all. But no, Snatchy is alive. He's got his AWP going into the second round. This is really impressive. I know we're only going into the third round, but Wisla are seeming like better awake. They're not sleeping. And I think it's possible for them to end up regretting this pick. They just honestly, I know it could have been a whole different situation pushing towards mid, but it's going to be completely denied. SZPERO picks up 2, and thankfully for him, Sobol is right next to him and gets the frag on Afro, who unfortunately dies in a similar position as the previous game.
Pretty much everybody funneling in through double doors, somewhat to be expected, but you know you don't really have anything to take into the round, so you just want to get it over with, come back in the next round, bring in as much as you possibly can. Mostly AKs, Galil and an AWP. And very early on, we're going to potentially see the... Never mind. It's over already. Afro one.
Barrier's going to be going down. Goofy going to be getting a trade over towards long. Incendiary Grenade is going to be looking to deny the push even further, but it doesn't work out quite correctly. jedqr is going to be swinging out wide. The flash as well from his teammates. That's going to be working out nicely. Is able to reposition, but he's still out here. The spray is going to be coming through, but lucky. His name is going to be completely relevant here. jedqr as well going to be able to take down Goofy, and Sobol, last man alive. Quite sure what he thinks he's going to be able to pull off on this one. Exercise is going to be down over towards B. The rest of his teammates, last other 2 remaining, are over towards a long. It's in around double doors. They're not quite sure what's going on. So Exercise at the moment is going to be able to sneak around, gather all this kind of information, go through CT, explore A. Try to work out where this last remaining player is, because they have absolutely 0 information on him. And this is a potential denial. Oh, he's going to be able to get the frag as well. Gets the nice spray. All the bullets going out. And this doesn't stop them. They're still going to carry on pushing. Smoke's going to go out over towards site. And now this could be a smart rotation from him. If he goes over towards long, it's definitely going to set a little bit of confusion on the side of HEET. And they're just going to continue pushing.
I'm just devastated because I was getting ready to hype up the AWP battle and then it ended before it even began. And it was off screen. And it was just gone. Just like that.
R.I.P. Well, Afro has the AWP. He does fire out the player. He doesn't miss. He has the headshot. And they're going to be able to get the bomb. I thought they might be able to get it down, but nope. So they're going to go into the next round, 2-2.
Yeah, it seems fitting. Afro gets the first kill of the round and the last kill of the round. Sure, why not? You bring it home. Yeah, I mean, I think that opening kill was honestly one of the most impactful parts of that round. You know, he gets that opening pick off. He's already lowered the numbers to only 4. And at that point, you're already at a massive disadvantage because you're on CT side and now you're 1 player down. So you open it up, you get a follow-up kill very shortly thereafter. And at that point, it's, yeah, just getting that little bit of cleanup towards the end of the round. Now, however, so we're at the most even setting that we've had. And things just really slow down. And this was one of the things I'd spoken about where HEET like to play very aggressive, but sometimes they slow it down a little bit. And I want to see how Wisla are going to be able to respond to this, because they're not really used to a slower HEET.
Yeah. We've seen this just continually over the last couple of days where teams are just able to just switch up how fast they play. And I'm interested to see a multi-hot battle. You wanted is here, but it doesn't last for very long. Afro is going to fall this time round, but Body's going to be able to pick up one. SZPERO with a nice trade-off with the AWP once again. Snatchie with it. He's got 7 HP. Imagine if you can get the AWP over towards him, that's exactly what they're going to be doing, but SZPERO's going to be clearing out short with Goofy. Goofy's just waiting any pre-flashes towards him so he can help out his teammate. Spots over in towards upper dark, and Sobol is just on point. Absolutely fantastic shots coming out of him. Going to be able to pick up a double kill and looking in for that third one. Last player. Rather, it's just a last one. Seeing what he can try and pull out on the bang on this one, but I don't think he can do anything. SZPERO picks up 3 kills where his trouble, but one will be on Afro, and they now have 2 AWPs. Yeah,
and interestingly enough, SZPERO is normally the secondary AWP. So it's interesting to note. Maybe it was when snatchies lost some health, and then they kind of. No, he's had it from the get-go. Yeah. He's normally secondary and swap it up a little bit. Well, now they both have an AWP in their hands, and that's going to be friggin' devastating. Because while the round was playing out, I was like, ooh, I want to see that double AWP, but I wasn't sure how the economy was going to work out for it. But they pick up Afros, they best him again, and yeah, I mean, this whole map should be on lock at this point.
Yeah, that's kind of just expected on that front. Just being able to get that shot. But you know what? Those deagle shots can sometimes ring true down mid, but not this time round. If we have a look at the economy as well, this is a full force into this. They're just like, okay, well, we'll kind of just have to go through a full reset on this front. So if we can pull out a miracle round, that's exactly what we want. But it's going to be everly so difficult for them to be able to make a round here, even if they manage to get over towards site. There's Sobel, and who, you know what, he's been, yeah, I mean, by far the best player, I think, just standalone throughout this. SZPERO managed to pick up 3 kills last round with AWP. That was a really big standout, but I think just Sobel over just his consistency has been good.
Interesting how slow they're playing this eco round. Let's see maybe if they can get a trade, well, a response kill, I suppose. Maybe open up something, but this B side is so locked down.
Well, he hits the shot, but it's not going to finish him. He goes in for the second one. He's going to get it, but Body's going to be using this flash for his advantage, but never mind. Jed is like, oh, you lined up. Awesome.
Yeah, waiting around the corner to see if you can get some kills, but yeah, the rest of your team has already mowed everybody down before you have a chance to. Unlucky. The AWPs don't really get too much in that round. I think we saw one. Yeah, the opening kill. SZPERO again being able to get that first kill of the round. And now HEET, well, the last round was a bit of an eco. This one is even more so. We're not really expecting too much to come out of this one, although they are defaulting a little bit, so they might try and go for some shenanigans.
They can certainly try. They're going to get denied. It's Goofy and Jed with the kills. It should be them getting the last one as well. Lucky tried his best at the end there, but honestly, it's super difficult to be able to try and pull anything out of the bag in that kind of situation. So 5-2. I don't know if I was fully expecting this kind of play from Wisla, but you know what? We're still fairly early on in the game. We're going into round 8 now, so we still have so many rounds left, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, if you go on history, then HEET should be favored, but I think that Wisla, for them to have made it this far in the tournament, already speaks volume about their potential improvements, and, you know, got a bone to pick.
Oh, but Sobel, so is he, and he's managed to pick up a double kill, and they just get brutalized. I honestly thought they would be able to do something with that push, but you know what? It's obviously not a full buy or anything, so pulling anything out of there would have been absolutely fantastic, but chances are going to get snatched away.
Just speaking of snatched. That's good. It's good wordplay. I like that.
Yeah,
well done.
I appreciate that,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it was good. It was much better than the shocking round with the Zeus.
I've said that like 5 times, to be fair, so it's
That's
kind of
terrible. This was far better. No, you know what? Snatchie doing really well here. Again, you know, usually the primary author, you can see why, but I think this just goes to prove. So SZPERO has like 2 rounds where he's an absolute monster. Snatchie ends that round as the monster, and you realize, well, no matter which one of them has the AWP, you're a little screwed. And HEET's able to buy into this one. I want to see if Afro takes one of these AWPers on again, because he won the first 1v1, but since then he's been sat down round after round.
Yeah, it really has been. 8Ks though, Afro, that AWP is going to have to come into work, but you know what? He has no head armor. Going to be a little bit restricted. Could lose some fights because of that, but you know what? He's got the AWP. All he has to do is hit those shots. Nice and easy. Sobel though, he's going to be pushing in. He gets a kill on exercise. That is going to be a first initial pick. Shots missed out by snatchie. Not exactly like in this game, but I expect him to hit absolutely every single one of them. He's not, well, some of the other players that we've seen. This aggression towards mid could actually work out really well for them. Taking out snatchie at this point, smoking off CT and pushing over towards B could really benefit them.
Yeah, A sites are so heavily stacked. They've pushed snatchie towards A, and now they're going towards A themselves. I mean, this could completely backfire on them.
Over towards A, smokes are going to be going through as well. Molotov is going to be cutting them down, but they don't realize there's actually a 3-stack over towards long, so they're going to have to take over the fight and hold it down. Body, even though he's flashed, he's going to get a kill, and also partially through a smoke. Dead. He's only got an MP9 at a distance, but the damage is going to be coming through. Goofy's going to get taken down over towards long. It's completely being torn apart. This is where HEET are going to come alive. Sobel gets torn apart as well. Last player, SZPERO. He can't do anything. He has to run away. He's like, okay, cool, I got an AWP. I'm going to have to stick with this. What a fantastic execution by HEET from short onto site, and just complete denial for Wisla, who, you know what, potentially should have just held onto site a little bit harder.
Yeah, I mean, so I was a little concerned because they obviously they're trying to push snatchie off of his position. You see the HE go out. Snatchie, however, moves over towards the A site. Now it's so heavily guarded, and HEET decide they're going to push to the A because they don't know that's where he's rotated to. And it was looking really scary. You know, you've got this snatchie AWP, you've got 2 other people as well. It looks like it's going to be a really solid hold, but Boddy gets that first kill while blinded through the smoke, I think. It was just a little bit crazy, and then immediately you've got that numbers advantage, and then you start pushing out, and through the chaos, they start winning those. I mean, they realize at this point there's only 2 people on site, so they have that numbers advantage, and then they can press it. And Wisla just completely lose control of it, and then they're able to just kind of lock it down a little bit better, make sure that there's no chance of a retake, and all SZPERO can do at that point is hold on to the operator. The AWP. So, yeah, good way to bring it back.
Yeah, Boddy tries to hit those shots with the AWP, but can't really achieve much there, unfortunately. He's going to switch out over towards Afro. He's like, yeah, I tried, mate. But didn't quite get the entry kill that they really needed him to do from his position. Smoke over towards double doors here, towards mid. That smoke is going to be blocking sight lines for Snatchie. He's going to make sure they can't do an easy push. He's going to be playing aggressive. He doesn't really care. He's waiting for them to play aggressive down in towards mid themselves. AWP versus AWP battle could be potentially coming out, but Afro is watching over towards short, waiting for that aggression. Maybe won't quite expect this position from Snatchie, but he is backing off, realizing that he was potentially pushing his luck with this door hold. So he's going to be holding this angle at the moment, and honestly, you do need to be so careful holding so close to it. The bomb is going to get exposed, though. He's spotted a play. He's going to be going in for another peek. Down in towards T. He's going to be able to take the shot. And Afro as well. 2 for 1. Looking in for the third, but Boddy's going to be taking these shots. He gets the trade, but 2 for 1. That is not exactly the deal you want to be walking away from. But at the end of the day, Snatchie has been highly effective. Smokes now looking to be going out over towards the B site. Flashes should be following in a moment. Molotov to the back of sight. Flash is now out. Second one as well to follow. And now they're going to be pushing in. But Sobel, he's here. He's got the answer to their demise. He's found 2. Looking in for the third one. Third and final one. Boddy finds into 1. He finds the second flash. Even in his flash state. Oh, come on.
Yeah,
no,
come on.
Jed, no. He was trying to get the AWP. But Goofy's going to be able to get it. Yeah.
I'm blown away by Sobel. Like, I knew that he was doing well coming into this, but he has just been so consistent round after round. And I spoke about the AWP battles, and the last time these 2 teams played up against each other, particularly on Overpass, you know, it was Afro who was really coming up on top of a lot of those matchups. And this time around, it's just Snatchie consistently doing so well. And okay, yes, this is Wisla's CT side, and they tend to be a little bit more of a CT-sided team, but this is still HEET's map pick. They need to kind of start getting themselves back into this. They need to build up a few more rounds if they want to have a CT side. If you go into your second half with only like 3 or 4 rounds on the board, it's really difficult to struggle your way back into it. So hopefully they'll be able to pick things up a little bit here. They've got a bit of cash in the bank still, so should still be able to get an okay spend out of it. What are we opting for here? It looks like just some upgrades. And 1 hero AK. Alright, Joko. Let's see what you can do with this. Can you be the hero that your team needs? Bearing in mind, there are still 2 AWPs in play for Wisla.
Yeah, I mean, Joko might just be able to do something with this. But they've been having a really difficult time of being able to get these consistent openings. We've seen Boddy do it, but it's sort of like the most ridiculous fashion. So I'm interested to see what they're going to be able to try and do here. But I have to wait and see. Sobel, as you're saying, just really impressed by the way he's been playing. 15-5 at the moment on the score line. He's been a heavy carrier for them, but it's going to be SZPERO. One of the other carries. He's going to be able to find 1, finds 2. No, never mind. There's the second one in that calamity. So in total, decent amount of kills, 3 kills in total. The other one was found by Flame. He's going to turn around though, finds his 4th. Oh, no, sorry, that was Snatchie. 2 AWPs. Keep forgetting about that.
I feel like calamity was a really good way of describing that. And again, I don't think we were expecting too much to come out of that round. They just kind of run straight through the choke and hope something's going to work out. And, well, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to. And that was the rule and not the exception. Now at least HEET going to be able to buy in again. Only got a few rounds left here. Try to bring things back. Afro, you're the star your team needs.
Boddy just doing it again and again. Being able to take down SZPERO and Snatchie, 2 AWPers who decide to play aggressive in towards mid and lower tunnels. That is definitely an interesting situation. And Boddy through the smoke once again. Stop it. That's 3 kills. And two of them in just difficult situations. Sobel and Goofy. They're in a little bit of a tight situation here. Interested to see how they're going to be able to time this off. You can see them just shooting the utility down there. There's a smoke and an incendiary grenade. Boddy may well actually end up just going for that and losing his life if he's not careful. The spray though from Sobel, he realizes, okay, yeah, a lot of trouble there. That was a good actual flash and use of utility from Boddy. He's trying to deny them for being able to get it, and he now definitely wants it himself. As you can see, they're very restricted on the amount of utility flash. Going to be going through that double door, but there's going to be two CTs just sitting here, but they're going to get absolutely torn apart. One's going to be around the corner. They're not going to expect it. Sobel, he's going to get killed, but Boddy, he's looking in for the fourth kill. He might just be able to get this one as well. Sobel's trying to stay alive, but from B, we've got a player going to be coming down, so Boddy needs to reload and help out his teammate, who's going to be looking to go on fight on this front, but he's going to get the shot anyway. Sobel, an effort, but it's just not going to work out.
You talk about Boddy trying to help his team, and I mean, if you take a look at the KDs, yeah, he's doing everything in his power to keep HEET competitive. And I must say, I mean, sure, Wisla are doing a really good job at consistently shutting HEET down and denying them avenues of ingress, but kind of need to show up a little bit here. Need the rest of the players to wake up. Can't keep relying on Boddy to get those opening kills.
Well, it's going to be Sobel with the opening kill this time round for the opposite side. Wisla looking fairly good. They've got 8 kills on the first half on CT. Meanwhile, we're going to be seeing Jed take down another player. Good start of the round here for the CT side. Wisla doing their best to just try and prove that they have what it takes versus HEET. We talked about this potentially being over fairly quickly because of HEET's ability to shut down Wisla in the past, but honestly, this is looking completely different to what I expected and what we've seen in demos and everything else in previous games. If he's going to get flash up, he's over towards short. He's going to get a kill. It's just easy peasy here for this team. They're just picking them all off. 1 kill across the 3 different players at the moment. Each one, rather. It's going to back off. Although, not too worried about that. Afro with the AWP. Boddy with the AK. You got to do some powerhouse moves if they want to try and bring this back. There's only 40 seconds left in the clock, and they're just going to go over towards short again. Goofy looking to shut down any kind of aggressive pushes around this front. Afro's going to have the wide peek. Doesn't get it. Boddy. I just didn't see that working for them. No use of utility. They had limited ability, and they had just no map control.
Speaking of, I mean, that was the thing that I wanted to get into, is Wisla have been doing a really good job at maintaining control all the time. You just stick SZPERO here in mid towards double doors, and he just locks that down. No one is going to be crossing over there, and whenever they attempt to, well, we've seen what happens. Then you have maybe one person over towards B, and somehow that's been enough of a threat to just not allow HEET to push through them. I mean, they don't even try it a lot of the times, and when they do, it's usually on these like eco half-buy rounds. So most of your forces over towards A, and the big thing is they consistently keep trying to move through mid. So by the time they've picked a place to move towards, they've more than likely already lost a player or two to the AWP. And I feel like the big thing here is to try and circumvent the AWP and go to the side where the AWP isn't. But this again feeds into Wisla's map control, because as soon as they spot something out, immediately rotations start happening. The AWPs are consistently dynamic, and he just cannot find a way in.
Completely agree, and you know what, Afro, it's time to put down the AWP in future rounds. He's just proceeding with the outdoor, with the spray. He's going to be coming through, but Lucky's going to be able to get the kill with the Tech 9. They're looking to play aggressive here. Jericho's going to be able to get a second one as well, but he's quickly going to get shut down. They don't stand a single chance here versus the CTs, but hey, they've still managed to get 2 kills. Sparrow's going to be boosted over towards site. T's are going to slow it down a split second, but honestly, I think that's a massive mistake. You can't cool off. The shot's going to come through. Boddy, he's going to get bodied there, but still stays alive for now. His head's still dodging those bullets from SZPERO. He's looking to be able to hit those headshots with those eagles. It's not going to quite happen. The swing is going to come in out from the AK player. Flashed as well. It's not going to work out. That's another kill. AWP dropped. They've now got 2 rifles in their hands as well. They've managed to recover. That is going to be brutal. And you know what, Boddy? With that AK, that's a whole different ball game. He's not really had much success with the deagle. He's got 1 or 2 hits with it, but realistically, it's going to be making a massive amount of difference. Swing out over towards long. Unfortunately, Jed is going to take a little bit of damage. Doesn't really matter as much unless he's facing up against that Tech 9. Oh, he's actually picked up the deagle now. Unlucky. Interestingly, Sobel does pick up the M4. Opting for instead of the AK. Grenades going out. He's going to be left in a 1v2. Jed was able to take down one. Now over towards this position. They're going to have to cross over a gap. They don't have any other utility. 20 seconds left on the clock. They're going to have to go for the run. They're going to get taken down one. Going in for the second. The spray's coming through, but he can't quite hit it. But there's only 15 seconds left on the clock. The bomb plant has to come down. And Sobel, he's been a clutch player so far. He's going in for the spray. Can't quite hit the frags. He's eventually going to be able to get it. And what a play. You know what, from Heat? They had pistols, and they managed to take down all but one player. That was a good round from them, but not quite good enough.
You mean, you said it. So they start off really strong, they get a few opening kills, and then they slow down. And we've spoken at length about how it can be so dangerous and detrimental when you stagnate mid-round. And they, you know, burn a little bit extra time off the clock, and Wisla realized they don't have to push it. They just play patient. Time is on their side. They wait for that clock to tick down a little bit, wait for someone to cross in front of them. Okay, the smoke, unfortunately, doesn't cover enough space for Heat to cross that gap. And that's all she wrote.
Afro finally going to win this duel versus SZPERO, but unfortunately for him, it's going to be Sobel pushing in through tunnels, looking to find these frags. He gets one. He's going to maybe go in for a little bit of an over-aggressive peep, but it doesn't matter. He still gets it, gets one, can't get the third. As it's going to be Body who's going to take him down and equalize it to a 3 versus 3 situation. Advantage is, if this was a different kind of game, I'd probably say it would be on the side of Heat, but unfortunately their T side has been so weak, and this is why, I mean, Body just was completely oblivious as to what could potentially happen there. His teammate wasn't really backing him up. Now we're just going to be seeing Lucky and Afro in a bit of a difficult situation, and keep in mind these two players combined have 8 kills. In towards mid, snatchie. AWP, he's going to be able to see an arm, takes one, looks in for the second one as well. Who's not short? He gets the flick, gets the kill. That is the final round of that half, guys. Sam, what is wrong with Wisla? Oh, well, we're going to hop over to a quick break. Actually, we'll be back in a moment with the second half.
Uphill battle ahead of them here to try and have some semblance of a CT side. Wisla absolutely dominated, but we know their CT side tends to be stronger. We'll see now if they can mount the same hyper aggression, the same dominance that we saw in the first half.
Oh, X-Side over towards Long, though. He's going to be able to get the first kill onto the Sobel, heavy hitter. Going to be able to take them out. Goofy as well, going to be tagged down heavily, but Body's missing those shots through smoke, which he, you know, has categorically been hitting more shots through than he has been through clearer shots. Have to wait to see what they're going to be able to do over towards site, though. Bomb is going to be going down on site. Is going to get dropped, but not actually planted. Over towards short, we have SZPERO. He's going to be the key in the chain here for Wisla. He's going to be looking to go for the headshot behind the player, but he completely misses, though! Afro turns around, gets the kill over towards side, looking to get even more. There's going to be Body stealing those last 2 kills. And Lucky's going to be able to keep his dual Berettas.
I have so many questions. That was very unfortunate. That lurk could have been pivotal to potentially helping them bring things back in their favor. Oh, prod. Come on, not like this. It's unfortunate, especially because the matchups between those 2 players have been going back and forth, usually with AWPs, but this time around, yeah, pistols, why the heck not? Nice big buy here for Heat as well, got something to prove, and there you go. Gonna sit SZPERO down.
SZPERO is gonna be feeling a little bit sad about that confrontation, but hey, not the end of the world. Afro being able to turn around and get that kill last game, like last round, Sam, was just so painful. It's so unfortunate to watch on SZPERO. Who, honestly, that was the point in which I think Wisla could have turned it around. And I think they're going to be feeling that pain, because not being able to get that bomb plant is really going to set them back going into this half. Luckily, they do have a buffer, but how long that's going to last, I do not know. And maybe they're going to fall into old habits, and that's kind of what I'm scared of with this team.
And this is the thing, though. Pistols can be a little bit coin flippy. So yeah, okay, it goes the favor of Heat, and obviously they should win this round because they have, you know, the advantage in terms of weaponry available to them. But when Wisla come back with rifles, it could be a different story.
Afro going to be losing his head over towards Light. Body's going to be in a difficult situation, but they don't even check the corner. What are you guys doing? He's going to be able to turn around, get 2 kills, and the third one he's going to get a headshot, but not a frag. And that is going to be one left alive, and Jed is still alive. What are they doing? He's just like doing a full like 720 there. And finally finds the probably legs of Jed, to be honest. I don't think we hit anything else though.
Wisla, oh, losing the first couple of rounds. Not the end of the world. Not checking this corner. Now that was a bit of a misplay, unfortunately. But they do quite a bit of damage at the very least. Not enough to get them into this round with much to write home about, however. But as we said, they've given themselves quite a bit of a buffer, so shouldn't be too concerned about it. Get through this round, and hopefully in the next, we'll start to see some sort of an improvement from them. For now, they just kind of need to get through with as much as they can.
Wisla, last round is going to be a little bit detrimental, maybe even to their morale. I'm not quite sure what they're going to be able to pull off the bag. If they can get a single kill here, it'd be great, but unlikely. Jed has a Glock. He's going up against the dual Berettas of Afro, who is going to take him out in style because he's feeling lucky, punk.
Oh, Lord. All right. We now have weaponry, actual weaponry available for Wisla, and still a bit of a mountain for Heat to climb if they're going to get themselves into, well, double digits, I suppose. That's probably like the first hurdle that needs to be overcome. We'll see if Wisla can shut that down, because Snatchie has picked up the AWP again and generally tends to come out on top of Afro. We'll see if he gets the opportunity to do that again, as it's going to be another A hit, fairly aggressive. No real change up in that department.
No change up. Keep it simple, keep it steady. We're just going to take a little bit of a slow approach on this. We've got 30 seconds that have counted down already, pretty much. 19th round. Like you said, there was a bit of a mountain for Heat to climb, but I don't think it's that steep. I think it has got a bit of weight to it, and they're going to really have to slog through this, but we've already seen so far that on this half, Wisla have just made some really bad mistakes. It's these old habits that they just need to snap out of and do a little bit better. This boost is going to be working out in their favor, though, but Body's just completely staying still behind that cover. He's going to peek up right in the nick of time, takes down this player, and unfortunately, Goofy's going to have to cross over. The Molotov's going to be coming through. He takes a little bit of damage, but he's going to be able to slide goes with the spray, but unfortunately for him, Body is the king of spray shots around the corner. Xi is going to be able to pick up an AK for his trouble, but Body finds another 2. Traded out. Snowball. I thought he was going to be able to do a little bit more of that, but no, he was denied the opportunity. But good round from Wisla up to a point, but they just couldn't fulfill their destiny there.
And this is what I was saying a little bit earlier on. Wisla tend to be a little bit of a CT-sided team. It's a similar thing as we saw with Saw. Same concept, I suppose. And now, unfortunately, you know, you swap sides and things stop kind of going in your way. Now we've got a very interesting bonus up here, or upgrade, let me rather say. Let's see if they can make something happen with not terribly much. They are at least changing up their approach, but it's weird to note that they're only doing that when they're on these weaker buys, on these kind of weird ecos. Whereas when they have their full rifle rounds, they tend to just go for the A rushes. I want to see a little bit more creativity out of them in other rounds and see if they can break through Heat's defenses.
I think they just have to be a little bit creative, like you're saying. They're going to be able to do these pistols. Look, this is exactly creativity we want to see, but Rogan's going to be in a good position to take them out, but he pulls out his USP instead of his rifle. He's going to get slain. This is what we were talking about. You asked for it, and they're going to be able to get it, and Jed, he's just like, okay, well, I'm just going to go on an exploratory mission. Up behind them, he's got a Tech 9, not really a long-range weapon, but he's going to be a denial for them to try and save some of these weapons, I imagine. At least one of them. He's going to be able to look up here, spot out, and see that there is Snatch, who's going to turn around in the nick of time with the Deagle, gets the kill. Oh, no. What is going to go on this front? Xi is going to be peeking over towards Fox, but he's going to have to play aggressive. He gets to go frag, but he's going to be the last one left alive as Goofy takes down Afro as he tried to enter. That's the point of denial that we really need to see from Wisla, who take 12 rounds.
That little bit of trigger discipline almost completely backfired. But thankfully, they're able to kind of restabilize themselves on the site. Okay, I wasn't expecting the round where they start pulling themselves towards themselves a little bit more to be on one of those eco rounds, but fair enough. You know what? You take it when you can get it. Good time to make it happen. All things considered, we're getting closer and closer to match point. Yeah, Heat already forced down. I mean, they still got the dueling AWPs, but Exercise going for something a little bit more entertaining, seeing as he didn't have too much cash to play with. Let's see if we can actually get some results with that.
Well, you can farm some extra cash over towards short. That's a perfect opportunity to do it. The XM obviously delivering a lot of damage at short range capability, and very fast as well. Grenades over towards tunnels, delivers a little bit of damage, but honestly, they're going to need a lot more than that. Flashes go out, but a little bit too early. That second grenade is needed. Now we're going to be seeing the execution come out. They're going to get flashed. Now they're going to be in a whole heap of trouble. The flash is going to be coming out as a nice counter. jedqr is going to be able to take down one. It's going to be body of a second, but he can't get the third. And now, unfortunately, we're going to be seeing them absolutely slain, and there has to be a retake situation. It's going to be 3 versus 3 coming up behind them. It's going to be the XM play. XI is not going to quite realize that SZPERO is going to be sitting up behind them. They have to account for this. I don't think they realize he's going to be pushing up behind them, and Lucky holding that angle gets the kill. SZPERO just absolutely snatched away, but from that snatch, it's going to be snatched over towards the site with a good opportunity to be able to clutch this one out. But Afro got the USP. All it takes is a couple of shots here for him to clutch this out. But Lucky's going to be able to get one for AWP and a clean headshot from Afro. They don't be able to hit those shots consistently with the AWP, but at least they can hit them with the USP.
Really solid retake. Okay, and Exercise is going to swap out for an AK, so glad to see that happening. And despite it being made relatively expensive, Heat's still okay, still in the economic race, so to speak. So yeah, we'll see if Wisla can kind of bring back some of that momentum that they had previously.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do. For now, I think we're going to go into a bit of a tech break. Not quite sure what is going on, but we'll be back in about a minute or so. So don't go anywhere. See you in a second. Oh no, never mind. The tech break has actually instantaneously been finished. Okay, that's fantastic. So no tech break for you guys, which I'm sure you're glad about.
I'm certainly glad about it. I want to keep going in the action, and I have a lot of questions about what's going to happen in this round, because it's a little bit of a force here from Wisla, given that Goofy and SZPERO aren't going to have terribly much to use in this round. It's going to be tough to try to get the same results, but I think they also actually, no, I mean, I was about to say, I was like looking at the USP before looking at the actual cash, and I was like, oh, they didn't, oh wait, they have money, they just haven't bought yet. So no, I mean, that can't be any sort of an excuse. You know you're coming into some serious firepower. Yeah, I'm curious to see if it's actually going to be able to match up, because if they lose this round, it's going to be a little bit iffy. They're still on that full loss bonus, but despite that, it's still not going to be great next round.
That shot really should have been landed by, was it Snatchie or SZPERO? I can't even remember which one was going to do so that. I think it was SZPERO. No, it was Snatchie. With that AWP, he had the perfect opportunity to be able to take a shot and maybe even get the kill, but unfortunately not even a legged shot was coming through. SZPERO towards mid. This is the kind of play they need to do, but Bonnie, he's just so sneaky. He gets this information, 28-17. This is a highly experienced player coming in from the French scene who, like pretty much everyone who's been around CSGO for a while should know, is really going to be able to get that information for his team. The CTs just have every opportunity to be able to play up against this now.
Pretty cool to see Heat also going into the double AWP setup. They saw while it works against them. So we got Lucky being the backup, the secondary AWP as well. And they've got some pretty decent map control here, but Snatchie! Oh, and that's another, what is that, like the 4th time that he's sat Afro down? Insane.
I think it's like 6. I'm not going to lie, 6 or 7, I think, on that situation. He's not really been able to take those initial picks versus him. I think he's won one of those duels. It might have actually been versus another player, even. Boddy is really having to try to help carry his team through this. And obviously, seriously, just getting a huge amount of kills doesn't mean that you're the best player on the team. But honestly, at this point, with some of his kills, they've been so highly effective in being in clutch situation where he's just enabling the rest of his team to be able to try and do something here. But over towards a site. Aggression coming through. Lucky pre-line that up, flicked on over, got SZPERO as they tried to go over towards site. He's going into the second shot, but unfortunately, he's going to get taken down by Jed. Sobel, though, top play on the side of the T's is going to get taken down. It's going to have to be a retake situation. Exercise and his teammate going to be in a little bit of a precarious situation. Managed to find himself up here. Nice and aggressive. Now he's waiting for his player over towards long to get the information so he can push up, making sure he's covered from above. They only have a limited amount of time. They have got 2 defuse kits, so they have that in mind. Like, even if he does die, he's going to be able to get the spray down. He transfers. It just carries on. He's like, I don't need to stop shooting. I got enough bullets here. And he's going to be able to take down that following player, Goofy, who is a little bit, unfortunately, in the line of sight there for those shots.
Those bullets went to Narnia and managed to connect. Sure, well played. And that's going to be a nice little retake there from HEET. Wisla, uncertain of where those players were coming from. I think they do well in the chaos to kind of hide themselves a little bit, make sure that they can get themselves into a solid position so that they're able to pincer in all at the same time. You saw there was a lurk coming through from mid as well, and Goofy just wasn't aware of it. He wasn't checking. So, yeah. Nice little bit of cleanup there. HEET get themselves into the double digits. I wasn't sure they'd be able to do it, but, well, color me incorrect, I guess.
Afro, back on the AWP again. He's going to be able to make this work this time around, but Sobel, he's going to be here to look to shut this down instantaneously, but unfortunately he looks away at the wrong time. The shot comes through. They both missed. One with the shot, one with an opportunity.
He should not have lived there. Holy cow.
No, that should have been him dead, but lucky over towards long there. SZPERO with AWP should be able to do something here. They're going to be going in for a potential run boost. It's going to be... Wait, is that a triple run boost they're doing? Interesting decision, but I will take it. Yeah, they did a boost. Molotov over towards car, the usual. And then run boost on over towards pit. Very smart. SZPERO looking to save these shots. It's the first one. Looking to go in for the second one. It's snatchie actually is switched. Okay, come on. You got to hit those shots as soon as they peek around the corner. He's got enough of vision on this front, but he's at car. He's completely exposed here. Smoke comes through from his teammate. Very nice played. Actually was flashed there, so wasn't able to do anything, but lucky peeks around the corner, gets a kill. Afro with the AWP as well, and they're just going to be tearing this team apart. HEET finally going to be seeing their AWPers come to life. They've struggled a little bit in other ones. They're going to be able to get information. The 3 shots going to be coming through, but lucky instead is going to get taken down if he's not careful. Afro going to be losing his life first of all. The shots going to coming through. He's going to be able to take 1, 2, maybe even the third one if he wants to. He's going to run out of bullets. Just being handy, gets it. No, never mind. Exercise going to be able to steal it away. All picked up. 2 AWPs in this next round. They at least saved those 2, even if those 2 AWPs did die.
All right, whatever stress I was having for HEET in the first half, completely gone. Despite the unfavorable scoreline that they came into this half with, they've done so well to just keep shutting down Wisla at every possible angle. And I almost want to say Wisla needed to have somehow won more rounds on their CT side, and I don't even know if that would have been possible. So yeah, HEET looking really, really good right now. A lot better on the CT side than they did on their T side. And starting to understand why they chose into this one. It's not as dominant as they were on Inferno the last time that they played against Wisla, but it's still pretty damn strong. Now Wisla going to be back down onto a bit of an eco. And again, we've got that hero AK for SZPERO. See if he can get something done with it. It didn't work out too well the last time we saw a hero AK. I think that time it was for HEET. But it didn't really work out. So maybe we get different results this time around. Although with 2 AWPs still on the board, doubt it.
I don't remember who it was on who had that hero AK. I mean,
probably Body.
Yeah. Which makes sense. And honestly, I'd like to see the stats on how many smoke kills he's got today, because it's been a crazy amount. Like I can think of 6, maybe 7. We have to wait and see. But over towards mid, talking about Body, he's going to be backed up by his teammate Lucky. He's going to need that backup as well, because the pistols may cause a little bit of an issue, but they do just go in for the classic cross smoke, so they can jump up over towards Xbox and over towards shorts. That nade is going to do nothing. I thought it was going to do a little bit more. Body does find the headshot onto SZPERO there through that connected door. A little bit surprised that he was able to hit that angle. Smoke fades, and now it's going to enable a little bit of extra information. Incendiary grenade from Lucky, trying to deny any kind of push over towards B, but although the bomb is there, they weren't really set up for any kind of quick push. And if we have a look at the utility on the side of T's, they have got a decent amount to try and execute with on this front. Smoke in towards CT is going to be coming through, but the counter smoke is going to be coming through, and the flash, unfortunately, might work against them over towards B. They're now going to be going in for the aggressive push. They've not managed to find the initial kills they really want. They're going to line up for the play. Jogo's going to be looking to go for the spray. He gets 1, he gets 2. Never mind, Body sneaks in. He's like, I'll have one of those. I'll snatch you as well. that the AWP player wasn't able to get a kill there. Body is just super hungry for these frags. Final player. It's going to be Jed gets this CT play. That's not exactly what you want, but he's got enough money in the bank. 8k. Body gets another one on the board. 4 kills, 36 kills, and we're on round 25.
Like, I hate to bring up these kinds of stats because 9 times out of 10 they're completely irrelevant. But Body on 36 kills, and Afro hasn't even hit double digits yet. Okay, everyone else on the team, you got like 10, 11, 12. So, I mean, Body is like running circles around everyone, but it's just... I feel like Heat would be doing so much better if we had more consistency across the board. I mean, this scoreline would not be evened out if that were the case. Heat would be miles ahead.
Yeah, maybe they're taking it easy on Wisla. I mean, Wisla have been playing really well, to be fair. I mean, they have been getting carried by a couple of players, but SZPERO and snatchie have been far better AWPers than the opposition. Talking of which, actually, Afro is going to take down snatchie. Just
You were
like,
saying?
he heard what I said. He was like, "What do you want? Huh? I'll hit shots every other round.
Come at me,
on.
bro.
Yeah, come at me, bro. I don't want to. I'm trash compared to him, so...
Yeah, no, seriously.
Body, nice grenade, going to be delivering a decent amount of damage, actually, to Goofy and Sobel. Trey as well. XISO takes down one. Trey's going to be coming through. Unfortunately, having lost 2 players on the side of Wisla, that you can't afford to be losing any other players, especially when you need to go in for an aggressive push and actually get a player down. That grenade actually does a decent chance. It means that if he does leg SZPERO, he will end up through a box, and oh, he gets a tap through the smoke of all things. Not going to stand a chance, and now it's going to be a 3 versus 3. This is the even up scoreline that we want to see. 13th round could be on the board here, but not planted over towards a long position. A little bit more safer. Body, unfortunately, not going to be able to get those kills. Lucky just plays aggressive. Not going to be able to stand a chance on that front. Jacko is going to be the last one left alive. He's going to be able to get 1 kill, but at this point, we'll actually call it a day because you've got 15 HP and a dream. Limited amount of bullets, 11 bullets left in the mag here. You're going to have to do what you can, but unfortunately, that is going to be very little. Second kill on the board for Jed that round, and they managed to recover an AWP.
Speaking of recovery, I mean, I feel like that was a round that was looking like it was going to go Heat's way, and Wisla do really well to restabilize. It's been one of the things that I've spoken about for a few teams, where mid-round stabilization after losing a player tends to be not great. But they lose out a player very quickly. I mean, we spoke about how Afro was losing those duels. He immediately gets that opening kill, and Wisla are able to stabilize perfectly, get themselves into a nice little position to get themselves onto site, get that bomb down, and at that point, they secure themselves the round. Really, really well executed. I'm curious to see if they can, because now, you know, once we got to around this point, it's been a little bit more back and forth. I mean, Wisla have really, really struggled on this T side, but you can see the signs of life. You can see that there is a lot of potential there, and now it's kind of tapping into that they need to start to do. I mean, even if they can't get that opening kill, yes, statistically speaking, if you get the first kill of the round, you're more likely to win the round. But even if you don't, it's evident you can stabilize, particularly a team as good as Wisla. So I want to see more of that.
May well be able to deliver. Unfortunately, they missed the opportunity to shoot down mid. I do love this change. Just completely denies the insta shots down in that position. But we actually see Afro take down snatchie. So he definitely heard me last game, to be honest. He's actually hitting his shots now a little bit more consistently with the AWP, but still got a lot more to prove as far as I'm concerned. He doesn't know that they're going to be crossing over. He's definitely going to have needed to cool that out. Over towards long, we have actually got a position coming through. It's going to be Jed. He's going to be able to find one. The trade has to come through. Exo's going to be around the corner. Gets the kill as well as Jed actually swings and looks back a little bit too much. And it's definitely going to be to his own detriment as well. We'll be down to 3 players. They know where one of the CTs is over towards long. At least have this kind of information gathered. 2 of theirs are sitting over towards short. They're really setting themselves up to be able to go for an aggressive push over towards A and force a retake situation, but that aggressive push over towards long was exactly what was needed for the CT side. Afro is going to be facing off against multiple players down in towards this mid position. Sobel, flash one over. Nice little underhand. Now they go over towards short. They're going to be facing off against one player right now. Lucky, he's going to have to do a lot of work here. Utility left on the other side, though. SZPERO is going to be still alive. He's going to be peeking wide out over towards Gandalf. He's going to survive, but Afro is going to be catch off one of them off guard. Exile is going to be looking to peek up. He's going to have to do what he can here to be able to stop this plant through, but instead it's going to be the boost. Lucky, you can't miss those shots. He backs off, tries to stay alive. Draco's going to be able to get one for himself, and the jump shot as well comes through. And Goofy falls.
Lucky misses way too many shots there. Thankfully, the rest of his team is able to get themselves into a position where they're able to back him up. But if he stays alone on that site just a little bit longer, he probably loses control of the site. Wisla took a little while there. They tried to stabilize, but after losing 2 players and being somewhat pincered in, there was really nowhere to move, nowhere to rotate where there wasn't going to be a player waiting. So unfortunately, that's just going to be a round that they have to concede. And now they come into this with Tech 9s. Oh boy. I'm waiting for the rush. I feel like that's what has to happen here. They just got to go like crazy aggressive onto one of the sites, try and take out 1 or 2 players on the way in, and hopefully at the very least get that bomb down.
Oh, they're going to face off against this AWP player as well. Afro is going to be delivering the grenade. That might well do a lot. It does take Goofy down to 40 HP, but it's not going to be that effective. Oh, split second difference! Thanks for actually the player Goofy smoking, but jumping backwards as he does it to make sure he doesn't get a shot, and to try to make sure he gets the smoke in the right position. 13-13. Who would have thought we'd be at this point? 11 rounds in the first half of Wisla. Now they're going to have to try and claw it back away from this team, and they're going to be looking to do a good job. He talked about a push coming through, and that's exactly what's needed. SZPERO is going to be able to get killed. Lucky has been able to find one. He has to back off. Has to wait for the rest of his teammates, but SZPERO still alive. Over towards long. Going to be going for the rotation. And now the CTs have to go in for the full retake. They could probably do this, but unfortunately, the rogue player at the top of mid here is just going to be super difficult for them to be able to do anything with Body. He can end. He's going to be by himself in this situation. I don't know if this is really what you want, but they finish with SZPERO. That's the timing is perfect. They don't have much longer. Bomb timer is down halfway. They're running out every single second. They have to get this last kill. They managed to get it. The defuse. How have they managed to pull that one out of the bag? It'll split second. If that player at car managed to stay alive any longer, it would have been different.
Honestly, if SZPERO manages to win the 1v1 against Lucky, maybe that goes differently. But, I mean, at that range, okay, yes, he had managed to pick up an AK, but the AWP is definitely favored in that one. And he actually draws Lucky all the way out of double doors, plus another player rotates to assist, because they know they need to take SZPERO down before they can start aggressing towards that retake. The timing of it had to be precise, though. Like you said, it came down to the last few seconds there. So HEET, I suppose luck was on their side. Maybe it's because of Lucky, who knows, but it works out very well for them there. But of course, we knew that for that round, Wisla didn't really have terribly much to play with. They tried to make it expensive if they could. Unfortunately, not quite expensive enough. At this point, HEET, we talk about having the slush fund, and they've built up quite a nice little nest egg for themselves. Wisla now at a 1-point deficit. Need to win this round to bring it back. See if they can keep themselves in this. If they don't win this round, all right, they still got the mass loss streak burn. I keep saying mass, what is going on? The max loss streak bonus, but is it going to be enough?
Not quite sure. Body get tagged down to 10 HP. Probably going to be getting switched over to an AWP, which honestly I don't know if that's ideal. He's been absolutely fantastic with that M4 or an AK, either weapon. The rifles have just been doing him justice. Over double the rest of his teammates' kills. It's not just fluff kills either. He's not just been able to find loads of eco kills. He's been highly effective against this team. Lucky, meanwhile, missed a lot of short shots the other round with the AWP. So he's got to make up for past discretions here this time around. He's going to get a chance as well, because it seems like they're going to be looking to play aggressive up towards short. Lots of utility being used, actually, from the side of Wisla, but they're not really executing on any of it. And if you ever look, they still have 3 mollies, 3 smokes, and 3 flashes as well, and 1 nade. So they still have a decent chunk. It gives them an opportunity of like, okay, well, we can actually do X, Y, or Z. That's exactly going to be the case. It's going to be a complete fake over towards B. You can see the complete dedication on this front. Now they push over towards short, but Lucky, he's hit his first shot that he so badly needed to hit. Over towards long, the smoke is fading. We should see this T player pushing out. Body's going to get taken down over towards the B site. He only had 10 HP. Keep that in mind. Ball's going to get damaged as well. The rotation now over towards mid is going to be coming through. Exo is going to be able to get killed. Oh, the T's going to be in a terrible position here. They're going to have to direct themselves back over towards A, and jedqr, absolutely huge. He's going to be able to pick up a double. Afro lucky. A fall by the wayside, and now underneath we're going to have to see what these CTs are made of. And honestly, at this point, if you look at the economy, nothing. They have to back off. They can't afford to do this.
Oh, I loved that. I was watching that default and I'm like, all right, 2-2-1 split. How are you going to play this? All right, cool. Big fake over towards B. How do you sell the fake? Lucky just got a kill on A. So now they know that it's not necessarily a B. So how do you sell it? How do you sell it? Send a player out onto B. Try and lend a little bit more credence to the possibility that it is going to be the B push. And because Lucky spots the person coming up through mid, no one's looking down A long to see if anybody's coming up that way. And it's jedqr with a beautiful 2K to open it up. It's executed so perfectly. And this is what I was saying. Like, Wisla have these signs of life. They have these moments where you can see that they've put so much thought into what they're going to be doing from round to round. But too many of their rounds look a little disjointed. We need to see more of that super clear-cut decision-making in more of their rounds, especially now as, again, we even it out. So whoever wins this puts us on match point, will likely break the other team's economy, and will likely win the map.
It really comes down to me as to why they picked Dust2 over Inferno. They had every opportunity to go on that map, and I mean, obviously they played against Wisla before, and their strats and stuff to be known, but it's a bit of a risk coming onto this map. They probably felt very confident, but unfortunately it's going to be going up against them, and over towards one we're going to be seeing a big push, but Exercise has to go big. Unfortunately, he only picks up 2. He needed to do even better than that. There's big kills, but not quite big enough. Bomb is recovered, and now we have to see what this team are going to be able to do up towards the end. It's going to be this position going to get hold, but Krakow is going to be able to do a decent amount of damage. Gets a lot of that over towards Sobel, but doesn't get the frag. Goofy peeking in. Flash is going to be coming through. He's going to be completely blinded, and unfortunately, Afro, last one left standing with the deagle in hand. He might be able to recover an AK. There we go. Smoke in hand as well if he needs it. I think that's an extra one, and he's going to have to look around the corner and go absolutely huge, but unfortunately, today is not his day, and we go over towards match point.
Oof. And you know, all I really want to know is if Body can get 2 kills and hit that 40 bomb. Because I feel like that would be really cool. Will it help them? I mean, it could. If, you know, he gets 2 opening kills, they could get us onto overtime and extend their lifespan a little bit here. But I mentioned how whoever won the previous round would likely break the economy of the enemy team. And we can already see how much that has affected HEET. Wisla coming into this round with double AWP on the T side. They don't care. They want to close this out as quickly and as cleanly as they possibly can. HEET looking like they're only going to have 2 M4s, a scout, and scant utility. Next to nothing to break any lines of sight. And again, no util against a double AWP setup. I don't know. I think Wisla could come out on top of this one. All signs point to it. We'll see if that actually does pan out.
They're finally going to be able to get this boost out, and I thought they were going to hit that shot, but no, it's not going to work. So I was going to get completely flashed here, but again, still going to be able to hold on to this position. Not counted. Body, do not peek that. He just does it in time. The luck of the draw there. He might still have a chance to be able to pick up those 2 extra kills that you were wanting for him, but different pace of game. But you know what? Wisla have been fairly good at being able to control this pace up to a point. And we haven't really seen HEET up against the wall here on the CT side. They've actually been fairly dominant. Obviously, keep in mind, Wisla have only won 4 rounds on this half. But that's all they've needed, because they won 11 rounds on their CT side. And very convincingly so as well. HEET were just all over the place and torn apart. And HEET may well have done a really good job so far on their side, but this is not the same team we've been watching in other games, to be honest.
Oh god, the resurgence from Wisla. Just a reminder, the last time they played against HEET, it was not a great scoreline. I don't think Wisla even hit double digits. So the resurgence has been massive, reminiscent of Saw, maybe even better.
Oh, and SZPERO's going to get caught off guard. He's going to be absolutely slammed, but Goofy, he's going for the kill, but he can't do it. Body fight 40 kills for snatchie. Looking to snatch away this chance for them. He's going to be able to get double kill as well, taking it away to the high. Killers for the side of HEET. Sobel and the rest of his team now look to push over towards A. It's going to have to be down to Afro with the scout. They stood a chance, but I think that has just been completely collapsed upon. His teammates aren't even falling over. He has to stay alive to help out his teammates, but if he dies, that's going to be it. Just fall back, play passive, let your teammates rotate in, go in for the execute. Keep in mind, I don't actually think there's a single kit on here There might have been one on short. Exercise and Body might have had one, but if not, they have a limited amount of time to do something here. Even less. Afro is going to go down. They only have 1 point of contention, but Lucky's going to be able to get the first kill. Now it's going to be Snatchie having to pull this out. He gets the headshot, but so does Lucky. We're going to overtime. What a...
Gotta be
what a
kidding
game.
me. I cannot believe that just happened. Snatchie gets 2 kills towards the end of the round there, and it almost seems impossible. And somehow, he loses his life in the very last second. Well freaking done, Heat.
Well, I need a quick moment to take a break, because what is going on with that one? So I'll let you finish watching these highlights, guys, but we'll be back with the first round of overtime in a moment. We'll see how far we go. Don't go anywhere.
Well, Tom. Here we are again. Overtime. Can't quite believe it. Heat do so well to bring themselves back from what wasn't a great scoreline at the half. Only had 4 rounds, but now that we find ourselves in overtime, we'll see if they can continue along this streak, because of course they are still on the CT side.
So time to try and bring this back through. Obviously, before we went into overtime, we saw the 40 bomb being hit by Body. Kind of scoreline you kind of expect from players in overtime for them to be able to achieve, but Lucky gets the first kill of overtime. That's going to be the bomb drop of all things. What the hell is going on with this team? They're now going to have to push up. SZPERO is going to be able to get the kill, but still the bomb is not in their control. It has to be down to this, Jericho. If he can just hold on to this and deny them Body as well, they're repositioning around this, but I think this might be a little bit over the top. They haven't got their other players backing them up, so you have to be massively careful on this front. But having that bomb control is great. But look behind them. No one's in mid. No one's on B. They're going to have to hold on towards T side rather, and over towards B at the same time. These 2 players pushing over towards long. Has to be faster. Has to be better than this. But SZPERO's going to be going peeking through, and unfortunately he's going to get taken down. Jericho, just back off from this situation. Give up the bomb. Live to fight another day. I think that has to be the mantra on this front. You have no idea where their players are, and if he just plays a little bit sneaky over towards the site, he might have a chance to help out his teammates. The kill though from Afro, he gets one. Rogue should be able to relay some of that information, but Jogo's going to be over towards Car, waiting for them to peek around. He may well stand this chance. The flash is going to be coming through. He goes with the spray. He's going to be able to do a lot of damage, but not quite the kill. Exercise is going to be coming through. The smoke is going to be Afro with 1, 2. Never mind, it's Jericho who picks up those kills. Goofy managed to get 1, but there wasn't going to be enough firepower. But that aggression in towards upper tunnels is exactly what we need to be seeing from Heat.
And what was really funny, so obviously Wisla don't know this, I don't have caster vision, but like no one is anywhere near the actual site, so we're actually still seeing utility come out to stop an aggressive push out of mid, but there's like no one there. I don't know, I found that quite funny. And then eventually they try to move in onto the site, and Heat, from a completely different angle than what was expected, shut them down. Like you said, that aggression from Heat, it's what Wisla have struggled with in the past. It's what Heat need to be leaning into to secure themselves more rounds and hopefully the map.
Afro, you don't miss those shots, all right, man?
I mean, Afro does.
Yeah, I mean, Afro does, but Lucky doesn't. Hits and kills Goofy in towards tunnels again. They played aggressive. It should be known, but there were 3 players playing over towards B. They want those upper tunnels aggressive sort of holds. This is super smart. Heat are playing very differently on their CT side right now. They're like, okay, well, we've got guns right off the bat. Let's switch it up. We can't allow so many rounds on the board from Wisla. We actually can't afford. They can't afford any rounds on the board for Wisla, because if if we go into the second half of this overtime, it'd be actually absolutely detrimental. Afro almost gets a clap, but he's going to be able to pick up the second kill without a trouble until his head is snatched away. Still everybody. Focus here. Doesn't matter. He hears the footsteps or whatever. And gets the kill onto SZPERO. Snatchie is going to be left in a 1v4. They have very little money for the next round for some of these players, but that AWP has to come in handy. He has to get a couple of kills by then, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. Bodyy's here, gets another one, takes himself to 42 kills.
I'm convinced Bodyyy has ESP. I can't think of another way that he just keeps getting kills through smokes and flashes. Now, some people may just call it a pro's intuition, but nah, it's definitely ESP. The ghosts of, I don't know, CS players past are speaking to him. He's channeling them, and he is performing out of his mind. He has been a massive linchpin for this team, one of the main reasons that they're still in this. And I suppose similar could be said for Sobel. You know, up on the, he's just hit his 30 bomb as well. He's been fantastic for Wisla, but they're going to need a little bit more than that, a little bit more than firepower if they want to turn this around. It's going to come down to that strategic play that we've been sorely missing from the squad.
SZPERO is going to get backed up here over towards short, and Afro's position is known. He tries to jump away just in time, but he's going to be re-peeking it and realize, wait, no, okay, I'm done. You guys can have short over towards long. Next guy's going to be in a difficult position, but he's still going to be able to take one kill. The trades are going to be coming out from Snatchie, who almost misses there with that AWP. Close quarters battling, not exactly what you want with the AWP, but still managed to make it work. Snatchie's going to get flashed out when he has to give up that further position. Picks the bomb up, and he's going to back off. Krakow is going to be backing all the way over towards the board. Unfortunately, his position is known. He goes in for the spray and catches Sobel, who's managed to get the damage on him, but not the kill. Lucky is going to be jumped across. He finds one. And the new grenade is going to go down Jules and asks who's feeling lucky. And unfortunately, no one. They've run away. Bodyyy over towards mid. Spots them out. He's now looking for any other remainers. Going to be Afro with the deagle, looking in for any heads he can hit, but unfortunately, he's not going to quite hit the first shot. Second one is going to hit. Third one, he's going to be able to collect on as well. Lovely shot's going to be coming through, and wow. Okay, wasn't quite expecting that. That's a fantastic turnaround from that team.
That was clean. And okay, to be fair, I mean, HEET was doing well on their CT side. That's the comeback of the century. But we'll see if they can keep that up here, because now, of course, they're going to be back onto the T side. And it was Wiswa's CT side, of course, where they created that absolute monster of a mountain for HEET to climb. We'll see if Wiswa can take us into double overtime here. They need to win the next 3 rounds. It's a lot to ask. They've picked up into the double AWP setup that we saw them play in that first half. It worked out incredibly well for them then, but HEET have really picked up the pace. Like, their CT overtime side was so aggressive. I loved it. I want to see more of it.
I don't know who's going to be able to win this one out, honestly, because of the way he played on the T. Last time was not very good, and once again, they're going to lose the player to, well, no reason. Excited had no excuse to be trying to peek that when he was partially blinded. Bodyyy trying to help his team here, but it's going to be a big ask here. He wasn't able to do it the first time. They picked up so few rounds. It was 4 rounds, Sam, on their original T side. It's just such a small buffer. Now we're going to be seeing what they're going to be able to do. Execution going to be coming through. Afro with the utility this time round. Jed in towards mid. Boddy's going to get taken down. Sobel this time round is going to get traded out. Afro up close and personal with that AWP. He's going to be able to pick up that kill, but side control isn't fully confident there. Now they realize that they can actually look to go get the bomb planted, but Jed with this grenade, this could be working out. Afro has 38 HP. Doesn't quite land, unfortunately gets stuck behind the boxes, but there's going to be 3 CTs in towards mid. Trying to work out if they're going to be able to grab this. They have to go in for this execute. There's no real reason not to. Unless they leave it for too long. Flash. Now executed from them, but unfortunately they're going to flash themselves. It's going to be fire frag coming through clean and easy. GG, well played. HEET take the first map, but it was ever so close there, Sam. I wasn't quite sure what was going to go down. Wow.
You know, at the start of that, it was looking like it was going to be a pretty dominant Wisla.